Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's NBA slate on Wednesday, May the 1st. We only have 2 games tonight, so it is a small slate. There's not going to be a ton of props to love on a slate like this. Looking at the board the night before on Tuesday night, I did find 2 early props that I liked for tonight's slate that we're going to talk about. I do have a prop that I like from each of the 2 games tonight, so we're going to talk through these 2 plays. We're going to share why I like them. Now, before we do get started, guys, as always, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, if they do help you out, make sure you hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, you can sign up, linked down below in the description, or use that promo code NOAH. When you sign up for Prizepicks, you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. And we also do have a partnership with Sleeper. If you guys want to check out Sleeper, you can do so, linked down below in the description, or again, just use that promo code NOAH over on Sleeper, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500. Now, if you don't know what Sleeper is, they are a DFS pick'em app similar to Prizepicks, where you pick over or under on player projections, you build out an entry, you're able to make up to an 8-pick entry. On Sleeper, you're able to win up to 100x your money. And Sleeper does do a lot of discounts, a lot of promotions throughout the week. Sometimes they'll do risk-free plays, they'll do free squares, they'll do discounts on props for NBA, for MLB. So if you guys do want to check out Sleeper, you want to see all that they do have to offer, again, use that promo code NOAH when you sign up, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500. But before we talk through our props for today, guys, for Wednesday, I do want to recap the 2 plays we gave out in Tuesday's video. So Tuesday, man, was super frustrating. I felt really good about the 2 plays we gave out. We did hit one of the 2. We hit Bobby Portis more than 20.5 points. Portis had a really good game. I think he finished with 29 points. Went over his points prop like late in the 3rd quarter. Wasn't really much of a sweat. But unfortunately, we took Dante DiVincenzo more than 15.5 points plus rebounds. And I feel like we got so unlucky with this DiVincenzo play. DiVincenzo got into some early foul trouble. He picked up 2 fouls in the 1st quarter. He did get to play a decent bit like after he picked up those 2 fouls. But then he started the 2nd quarter and he picked up his 3rd foul in the 2nd quarter and then had to sit pretty much the rest of the 2nd quarter. And then he played like somewhat of a normal stint in the 3rd quarter, but he didn't really get much run in the 4th quarter. They went with Miles McBride in the closing lineup over DiVincenzo. And DiVincenzo only wound up playing 25 minutes, which is super frustrating because that game actually went to overtime, the Knicks and Sixers game. And just my luck, I have an over on a player prop in a game that goes to overtime, and the guy that I take the over on doesn't see the floor in overtime. Like, that's just my luck right now. DiVincenzo had 9 points, 4 rebounds in the 25 minutes he played, and he shot the ball terribly. He shot 3 for 10 from the field. He shot 1 for 7 from 3. So, I mean, that was really frustrating, man. I felt really good about the DiVincenzo play. I think he probably would have played more than 25 minutes had he not picked up that 3rd foul in the 2nd quarter, because that definitely cut down some of his minutes. So that was a tough one to lose. Really felt like we could have got that one. Also, would have been nice if DiVincenzo didn't shoot 1 for 7 from 3. If he would have shot 2 for 7 from 3, we would have cashed. But he had to shoot 1 for 7 from 3, which, yeah, go figure, man. But it's a new month. Hopefully this can be something that brings some green to us, because we saw a lot of red in the month of April. April did not treat me well, but new month. Let's start off May on a good note. Let's hit both the plays I'm liking for Wednesday, guys. And I do want to say that right now, Prizepicks, they do have a discount available for tonight. James Harden, his points prop. Right now, the original line is set at 22.5, but you can get his discounted line at 17.5 on Prizepicks right now. So that's another incentive to sign up for Prizepicks. You can use this promo. I think it's a $25 limit. Usually all the promos are $25 limits. But yeah, definitely play that. Pretty much every discount is going to be a good bet. I've said this before. Not every discount is going to hit. Not every taco is going to hit. But these are plays that are going to hit more times than not than any other prop. These probably have on average, if I had to guess, discounts, I would say probably hit 75-80% of the time. If you're someone that can hit a player prop, a traditional player prop, 75-80% of the time, well, you're just the best to ever do it, because usually nobody has a hit rate that high on player props. So you definitely want to be playing these discounts. I'm not saying that James Harden is an absolute lock to get 18 points tonight, because he very well could go under this line. But you always want to play these discounts when they're available. Just wanted to say that. But let's talk through the 2 props I'm liking for tonight. We're not going to include this discount. Obviously, that's kind of obvious to play that. But the first prop I'm liking for tonight is going to be a rebounds prop. And we're going to look at Bam Adebayo, 11.5 rebounds. And I like the under here, less than 11.5 rebounds for Bam. And let's talk through why I like this. So Bam did have a really big rebounding game last game. He did have 17 rebounds. But if you look at so far in this series, Bam has only averaged 15.5 rebound chances per game, which is actually down compared to what he averaged during the regular season. So Bam is playing more minutes. In the regular season, he averaged 34 minutes per game. So far in the playoffs, he's averaged 39 minutes per game. So he's averaging 5 more minutes per game in the playoffs than he did during the regular season. And in the regular season, he averaged more rebound chances than he has so far in the playoffs. And I think it makes sense just because of this matchup. This is just a brutal matchup from a rebounding perspective. Boston has been a great rebounding team pretty much all season. In terms of rebounds allowed to the center position this season, they're giving up the 4th fewest rebounds to centers. Now, it is worth noting that the Celtics will be without Kristaps Porzingis tonight. Does Kristaps Porzingis being out, make a big difference for Bam Adebayo when it comes to his rebounding? I don't think so. I know Bam had a big rebounding game last game, but Al Horford is still a really good defender. He boxes out well. He can still keep Bam off the boards. And the Celtics have just been such a good team at limiting opposing rebounds. Bam's rebound chances have been down pretty much this entire series. This is not a good matchup for him at all from a rebounding perspective. I want to look at what he did during the regular season versus the Celtics. Not that that really matters, but so far in this series, he's gone over this line, or he's gone under this line in 3 out of 4 games. Obviously, the one game he went over was last game. During the regular season, he played 3 games against the Celtics. 35 minutes, had 7 rebounds. 29 minutes, had 5 rebounds. And then 34 minutes, he had 13 rebounds. So he went under this line in 2 out of 3 games during the Celtics, or against the Celtics in the regular season. And he went under this line in 3 out of 4 games in this series. Even with Kristaps Porzingis out tonight, I still think it's a tough rebounding spot here for Bam. I think Al Horford still at this point in his career, even though Horford's kind of an older guy, he still defends pretty well. He still boxes out well. I think he can keep Bam off the glass here. And this line at 11.5 does feel a bit inflated after his big rebounding game last game. I'm not expecting 17 rebounds again from Bam. And obviously, if he gets 17 rebounds, then we'll just take the loss. So be it. But I like the under here. I was also looking at some sportsbook odds. A lot of sportsbooks are favoring the under on this Bam rebounds prop. And Pinnacle, specifically one of the sharpest sports books, if not the sharpest sports book, they currently have this Bam rebounds prop minus 154 favoring the under. So Pinnacle heavily favoring the under on this rebounds prop for Bam. I like this play quite a bit as well. So that's our first prop for tonight. Bam Adebayo, less than 11.5 rebounds. And then the other play that I like is another rebounds prop. And we're going to look at a Ivica Zubac at 11 rebounds. And I also like the under here for Zubac. So let's kind of talk through why I like this prop for Zoo. So far in this series, Zubac's gone under this line in 2 out of 4 games. He went over first 2 games in this series, but has gone under the last 2 games. And, if you look at so far in this series, Zubac, he has averaged a good amount of rebound chances, 19.3 per game. But if you look at the last 2 games, his rebound chances have gone down to 15.5 per game. And the minutes haven't really changed for Zubac. Like, if you look at the minutes in this series, 33 in game 1, 33 in game 2, 32 in game 3, and then 30 last game. Now, it is worth noting that Zubac, he played a little bit in the fourth quarter last game, but it wasn't much. So he subbed in with about 6 minutes left in the third quarter, played about 3 minutes, and then subbed out. And Amir Coffey wound up checking in for Zubac. Amir Coffey played about a minute, and then Zubac checked back in, and Zubac kind of went, he played like a minute, then subbed out, then subbed back in, so it was kind of weird. But Zubac did not really get like a long closing stint in the fourth quarter last game. And if you look at the Mavericks, they played Maxi Kleber the entire fourth quarter. And if Maxi Kleber is going to be out there as the center for Dallas, that's not going to be good for Zubac because Maxi Kleber is a big that can stretch the floor. He can pull Zubac away from the basket. Also, we could see the Clippers, play small. If Kleber's out there and if the Mavericks are playing small, we could see the Clippers match them and play small. Maybe just move someone down to the 5, like maybe let Paul George play the 5 and then put Norman Powell out there or Russell Westbrook. Like they can do those types of lineups. We've seen the Clippers run different types of lineups. Now, without Kawhi Leonard, I think it's a little less likely they play small ball here. But if the Mavericks continue to play Maxi Kleber a bunch of minutes, and if he continues to close over Daniel Gafford and over Derek Lively, I would not expect Lively to close. But if they're going to close with Kleber over Gafford, I think that's going to be bad for Zubac from a rebounding perspective, just because Kleber can pull Zubac away from the basket. And we've seen Zubac's rebounding numbers take a hit the last 2 games, going under this line in both games. I like the under here on 11 rebounds. I like getting this line at 11 on Prizepicks because in order for Zubac to beat us, he's going to have to get 12 rebounds. And I feel like more times than not, he probably comes away with 12 or with less than 12 rebounds. I was looking at his game log this season when he's played at least 30 minutes. So he's played at least 30 minutes in all 4 games in this series. But during the regular season, in 16 games, playing at least 30 minutes, he still pushed or went under this line in 9 out of 16 games. So over half of his games during the regular season, playing over 30 minutes, he still went under this rebounds prop. It really catches my eye, though, that Zubac's rebounding numbers have taken a hit lately. He did not get a big closing stint last game. Like they were willing to take him off the floor. The Clippers were. I think it's a little less likely they do that without Kawhi, but last game they did it without Kawhi. Zubac only played like 3 or 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. I could see that being the case again here. And even if Zubac does play over 30 minutes, I don't think it's a guarantee that he gets more than 11 rebounds. So I like the under here on less than 11 rebounds for Zubac. And looking at some sportsbook odds like Pinnacle right now, they have the line set at 10.5 on Zubac's rebounds prop, but it's not crazy juice on the over. It's only minus 134. Favoring the over on 10.5 rebounds. It is juiced toward the over, but it's not like it's minus 150, minus 160. It's only minus 134. So I like this line, getting this line at 11 on Prizepicks. I think we have some push safety here. And digging into what has happened in the last few games, it looks like Maxi Kleber being out there in the fourth quarter, closing over Daniel Gafford has hurt Zubac from a rebounding perspective. And if the Mavericks continue to do that, I'm willing to bet Zubac comes away with less than 11 rebounds. So these are the 2 plays, guys, that I do like for tonight for Wednesday's 2-game slate. Again, it's only 2 games tonight. Don't go crazy. At this point in the postseason, you probably shouldn't be betting a ton of money because there's really not much edge right now doing player props in the postseason, just because it's the same matchups over and over, so the books are easily able to adjust. But I talked about this in my last video. Maybe when we get some new matchups coming up, so when the second round of the playoffs start, we might see some edges there. But right now, it's really tough to find a ton of props to love on a daily basis with NBA. But I still want to come on here every day, give you guys some plays I like, what I see that I find the night before, what stands out to me. These are the 2 props I like with what's available right now. So if you guys are going to tell me on these 2 plays, let's hopefully hit both these plays, make some money tonight. I do always appreciate you guys watching these Prizepicks videos and supporting the Prizepicks content. Hit that like button down below if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And again, guys, go check out Prizepicks. Use that promo code NOAH when you sign up for Prizepicks, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. But that's all that I got for tonight. Good luck on the slate. We will see you guys in the next video.